Today's Storehouse Storytime is brought to you by Meet the Mitchells, a podcast of casual conversations on faith, family, and fulfillment. Hi friends, welcome to Storehouse Storytime. I am Ronnie, and today's story I am excited to read to you by Sonia Sotomayor, illustrated by Rafael Lopez. It's called Just Ask, and it's encouraging us to just be different, and it's okay. Be brave, and it's okay. And to just be yourself. So friends, let's get into it. So, hi, I'm Sonia. My friends and I are planting a garden. Gardens are magical places. Thousands of plants bloom together, but every flower, every berry, and every leaf is different. Each has a different smell, different color, different shape, and a different purpose. Some flowers need lots of sunlight, while others, they can thrive in the shade. Some have to be trimmed regularly, while others are better off left alone. And some trees and flowers are more fragile, and then others are more hardy. Well, kids are all different too. And some of us are in a hurry, while others take more time. Some of us seem shy and quiet, while others are more chatty and loud. Some of our differences are easy to spot. Others may take longer to notice, but each of us friends, each of us grows in our own way. So if you are curious about other kids, just ask. Not everyone is comfortable answering questions about themselves, but I don't mind. What am I doing? What's our friend doing here? Well, several times a day, I prick my finger to measure the sugar in my blood. And I give myself shots of medicine called insulin. I do this because I have diabetes and my body doesn't make insulin naturally like other people's. Even though this can sometimes hurt, I gather all of my courage to do it to be healthy. Do you ever need to take medicine to be healthy? If you do, I know you're brave and I know you're going to keep going at it, right? Well, I do, and my name is Rafael, and I have asthma, which means I sometimes have trouble breathing. And when that happens, I take a break and use an inhaler with medicine to make breathing easier. Quiet time helps me slow down and catch my breath. My inhaler is like a tool to help my body. Do you use a tool to help your body? Let's learn about our next friend who uses a tool to help their body. I'm Anthony, and I use a wheelchair to get around. The wheelchair is his tool. Even though I can't run with my legs, I can go super fast. This is our friend Anthony. How do you get from place to place? Friend, do you run with your legs? Are you in a wheelchair like our friend Anthony? Well, my name is Madison, and my guide dog, Lucky, helps me get places safely because I'm blind. My friend Arturo is blind too. He uses a cane to get around. This is our friend Arturo, and this is our friend Madison, and there's Lucky, her guide dog. Well, even though we can't see, we strengthen our other senses and notice lots of details others may miss. We can hear with our ears, and we can smell with our noses, and we can feel with our hands. But how do you use your senses? Awesome. Well, I'm VJ. I learn about the world differently because I can see, but I can't hear. I'm deaf. This is our friend VJ. Most of the time, I communicate with people using my face and hands through sign language. It's cool to know another language. I also love reading and writing. What about you? Well, I love reading. Writing, maybe not so much, but I love reading. Let's see about our friend Bianca. I'm Bianca, and I have dyslexia. So I have to work really hard and take my time when I am reading and writing words. Sometimes I use computer programs to help me. I love learning new things and learning by doing new things. My imagination is full of ideas, and I'm very good at making art from the pictures I see in my mind. How cool! Are you really good at something? Maybe it's art. Are you guys really good at art? Like painting or drawing, right? Well, I'm great at dinosaurs. I know all about them. I'm Jordan. This is our friend Jordan. And I have autism. Organizing and counting all my toy dinosaurs again and again makes me feel calm. My classmate Tiana also has autism, but it's a little different for her. She doesn't talk, but I like to talk. I especially like to talk about dinosaurs. And I know I have lots of you guys, lots of my friends who love dinosaurs. What do you like to talk about though? Do you like to talk about food, or do you like to talk about music maybe, yeah? Well, for me, listening comes more easily than talking, and I'm a really good listener. My name is An, and I speak with a stutter, so sometimes I repeat a word or get stuck when I try to say it. It may take me a little longer to express myself, and sometimes I'm too shy to talk, but I understand everything that's going on. Do you ever wonder if people understand you? Oh man, I know it. Sometimes I wonder if people understand me. But that's when I have to make sure I'm using my voice to communicate and express how I'm feeling or what I'm thinking. Well, this is our friend Julia. And she says, I do. My name is Julia, and sometimes I wiggle or make sounds that I can't control because I have Tourette's syndrome. People may look at me funny because they think I'm not paying attention or I'm just acting out. But it's not true. I am listening. I don't always like having to explain. It frustrates me. But it helps when I tell people that it's just what my body does. Do you ever feel frustrated? That's what our friend Julia is asking. Do you ever feel frustrated? Gosh. If you've been hanging around with me, friends, for a little while, we've read a few stories about feeling frustrated sometimes, right? So I've been there. I understand. Well, my name is Manuel, and I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And it's also called ADHD. I can get frustrated when I really feel the need to move around, even though I'm supposed to sit really still. When my teachers and friends are patient with me, if I forget something or get distracted, I can get myself back on track. Do any of you guys experience anything like that? ADHD? Or maybe it's a little challenging to sit still sometimes, and sometimes it's not ADHD. We just need to get our wiggles under control, right? Well, what's helpful for you in those times? Do you have a tool you can use like a squishy tool to kind of help you concentrate and stay still? Well, this is our friend Nolan. I'm Nolan, and it's helpful to me when the food I eat has a clear label that says it's nut-free, because our friend Nolan is allergic to nuts. They can make him really, really sick, so that he would have to go to the hospital if he ate any, even by accident. So I always tell people about my allergy, and I ask if any food has nut ingredients. Speaking up keeps me healthy. And we talked a little while about using our voice to communicate. It's so important to let people know how you're feeling, let people know what you're thinking. And in some cases, it's because it's going to help keep us healthy, right? Well, this is our friend Grace. And Grace loves to sing, and she also loves to talk. I love to make new friends, she says. And hi, I'm Grace. I love to make new friends and be included. I was born with Down syndrome. Kids like me with Down syndrome have an extra building block called a chromosome in our bodies. But we are all different from each other too. I can do almost anything any other kid can do, though learning new things can take some time. One way I learn is to ask questions. Well, what helps you learn? Are you visual? Do you like to see things? Or is reading more helpful? Well, I'm Sonia. Hey, it's me again, and I ask questions too. When something seems different or new, and I just ask my parents or my teachers, and they help me to understand, especially if my friends don't feel ready to explain. And it's okay if they're not ready to explain. But this is what I've learned, Sonia says. Imagine if all of the plants in this garden were exactly the same. Can you imagine? Like, what if we could grow peas? What if we could only grow peas? That would mean no strawberries, no cucumbers, or no carrots. It might also mean no trees or no roses or no sunflowers. That would be pretty boring, right, guys? Pretty boring. But just like in our garden, all the ways we are different make our neighborhood, our whole world, really more interesting and fun. Differences help make your classrooms more fun. It even makes your family more fun. And just like all of these plants, and each of us has unique powers to share with the world and make it more interesting and richer. The end. What an amazing story. Friends, do you guys have a classmate or a neighbor who's a little different than you? It's totally okay if you have friends or classmates or neighbors that are different than you, but just ask questions. Understanding what they're going through or understanding how they're different from us is so important and so fun. So friends, thank you for another awesome Storehouse Story Time. Until next time, you guys have a fantastic week.